this is pretty cool. I mean, this is Martin Luther King's niece.
Brought the whole family with me.
Oh, my
Looking forward to
goodness.
it.
How many?
I got 4 kiddos, and my wife's with me, too.
So we went to the Ebenezer Baptist Church, and it turns out that that was the church the whole King family grew up in.
These are the actual pews, too. And they weren't allowed to play or fall asleep. If they would fall asleep right in the middle of church, Daddy would be up there preaching. ML, wake up.
I read a story about your dad where I can't even remember the city or where his home had been burned. And then there were riots beginning and there were folks throwing rocks at police officers, and your dad stood up on a car and said, you guys can't do it. We can't be violent like that. That's not gonna get us where we wanna go.
The bomb in Alveda's father's home when she was little, when that happened, that really helped me paint the picture of what was happening during that era that I didn't know.
You don't always want your kids to have to know all the bad stuff that's happened, but it's there. Unfortunately, we can't get around it. They need to learn it because they need to learn how to prevent it from ever happening again in the future.
The whole front of the house exploded. But Daddy had been able to get Mother towards the middle of the house when the larger bomb went off. There were 2. And then we all went out. And I remember Daddy going out to approach the cars because the people did want to riot. Things were being firebombed. And I remember him standing there on the car, and I'm standing on the ground looking up at him. And he says, please, if you have to hit somebody, hit me. But I would rather you go home and pray. I'm okay, our family is okay. And he's calming this crowd in the midst of almost losing himself and his whole family.
To hear the bombings that went on, the attacks that went on, and how they just stood strong in their ideals throughout the whole thing, about how their faith pushed them through. It was absolutely incredible.
As we're really studying what made Martin Luther King Jr. so different, have such a big difference, we're headed to Birmingham from here. Anything in particular that we should go see as we're studying that?
I believe if you visit the museum there, the Civil Rights Institute, there's just so much, a wealth of things to discover there. So I believe it'll be a very meaningful experience.